Judge William Adams. I've heard that name said to me countless times over the past few hours. A number of you out there are asking me to check out a video and give my response about it. It is about a 16-year-old girl named Hillary from Arkansas and her parents, an Arkansas judge by the name of Judge William Adams, and his wife, disciplining young 16-year-old Hillary for what I'm told is downloading games off the internet to her computer. Now, I kind of saw these messages and I just brushed them off, and then I saw Undertaker Freak 1127's video earlier today, and I'll link this as a video response to his if you didn't see that video. And I didn't see the video, the beating video at this point when I started watching Undertaker Freak's video, and then about halfway through his video I just had to stop it because I had to see if it was as bad as everyone is painting these parents out to be. I figured things were just getting over embellished and that this kid was just, someone who got a spanking, and people were just, saying, oh, it's because she downloaded a video game, and just making up whatever reason they wanted to for it. So, I watched the video. I just stopped at about a minute in because I just got sick to my stomach just seeing what are supposedly two loving parents of a child, and knowing there's another child in the household. I don't know how many children there are total, but in the beginning of the video you see a child that appears to be about 3 to 5 years old in the room, and then the father says, get the girl out of here, and then Hillary's brought into the room and the beating commences. The beating is done with leather belts, and if you're squeamish and you don't like seeing people get beat up, I recommend you don't watch this video, let alone a 16-year-old child getting beat up by a grown-ass man and a grown-ass woman. Really, really tough people we're talking about here. The beating stops and then recommences several times. It gets to the point where, excuse me, the mother takes the belt from the father so that the mother can have her round in beating the daughter, and the father's trying to get the belt back from the mother, but the mother won't give it up because she's not done her round of beating. The father storms out of the room, gets another belt so he can come in and whip the child some more. This also wasn't the first time in the evening the child was beaten. You hear the dialogue earlier in the video, in the very beginning, where the mother says that she had struck the child a number of times over what she had done. So what you're seeing in the actual video was round 2 of the beatings for this evening. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted on so many levels. I know stuff like this goes on a daily basis in any number of households. It's just a way of life in a lot of households. It just sickens me just to see something like this firsthand, because stuff this bad you usually only hear about, but this was absolute concrete proof, and you just hear the cries and the screams of this 16-year-old child while the 5-year-old kid is outside hearing this, hearing the parents beat their sister into submission. I don't know how many kids are in this household and how many kids are traumatized from this, and this is one of the things that just makes me just disgusted by humanity that much more. This is going to be one of the moments that I'm going to think of when I'm standing somewhere and cheering, just clapping, while a meteorite comes barreling towards the earth, just ready to wipe us all off this planet. I'll be sitting there going, thank you, it's about time you came, meteorite, because we deserve to die. We are a disgrace as a humanity, and we just all deserve to be wiped off this planet. I'm disgusted to be in the same species of human beings as these parents. And just not these parents, but any parents that have to physically strike their children with discipline. Now, a spanking here and there is one thing. Beating your daughter with a belt by one parent, then the next parent, then leaving and coming back, then the other parent comes back, then grabbing your daughter by the throat, putting her to the bed, and threatening to beat her, as I quote Judge Adams, I will fucking beat you if you even look at me wrong, while the daughter goes, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, talking to her father like she's a drill sergeant. This guy's a judge. This guy is the type of guy that is in charge of you or I's destiny if we're in front of him in his court. This is the world we live in, and I'm making a video about this because I want more people to know about what this guy did. As painful as it is to see, more people should check out that video footage. That video should get spread around like nobody's business. And I'll tell you why. Because parents like these should not be allowed to get away with what they do. Now, I can't say I was ever severely beaten to any extent like this little girl Hillary, or that I can relate to her. I can just imagine how much physical and mental trauma she has had to go through in her lifetime. I can only imagine. All I know is what she did not warrant the beating that she had gotten. Because like I said, I thought it was embellished, but you hear in the dialogue from the parents, she was getting that beating because she downloaded games from the internet to her computer. Father's sitting there going, I told you that computer was no good. I didn't want it in the household. And the mom's all cowtown going, yeah, I know, honey. Oh, yeah, it was all Hillary's fault. All Hillary's. Like, she's throwing all the blame on Hillary. Like, the mother just doesn't have a backbone. And she's kind of petrified. Like, she's afraid of getting beaten herself. Oh, no, I won't accuse you of being a spouse beater. Don't want to go there, Mr. Adams. Are you a tough Southern guy dishing out some Southern justice? Oh, my God. This is the world we live in. Stuff like this happens all the time. And to young Hillary, you deserve to be commended for what you've done. Because there's a chance this might go to court, this might not. The tape that Hillary, or who knows who set up the tape. Maybe there's another older sibling in the house that wanted to set up their parents because they knew Hillary was going to be beaten on this evening. The tape will probably be inadmissible to court because it was taken without the parents' permission. It might be seen as entrapment. Maybe Hillary baited them into getting beaten this evening in order to tape them. Trust me, there's all sorts of loopholes in the justice system that'll get these parents to walk scot-free from this. But hold on one second, Judge Adams, because this video is spreading around the internet like wildfire right now. Your public image is shot. This is going to come back to your family and friends. Everyone who knows you, Judge Adams, is going to hear about this, and they're going to see what a son of a bitch you are to your child. To your child. Talking down to her. Grabbing her up, beating her, talking to her like an inhumane human being. Your public image is ruined and you deserve to have it ruined. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to confront these parents on the street with any sort of violence, because we all know violence is not the answer for violence. History has more than proven to show that. But what I would say, and one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is, I know there's a lot of people out there that get beaten by their parents on any number of occasions. I want you to quote-unquote pull a Hillary if you're in a situation that is like what this little Hillary was involved in. Set up a camera in your room. Catch your parents in the act. And don't give me that shit that they tell you that they love you, or they beat you but they love you, or any of that lame crap. Fuck that noise. I don't care if you see it as entrapment. I don't care if you see it as stabbing your parents in the back. Public embarrassment is the one thing that is warranted for these tough, hotshot parents that have to physically harm their children as the only form of discipline in the household. He said, listen to that little Hillary. She's on the ground, beaten into submission, while her father is down, talking down to her like a degraded human being. While she's crying and sniveling, going, yes, sir, no, sir, please don't beat me, sir. Unbelievable. So, Judge Adams, congratulations. You're caught in the act. You're caught with the proverbial smoking gun in your hand. Yeah, you might not get any time in jail or anything like that, but I just hope that there is someone in Hillary's family that can take her away from this household. And you know what? The funny thing, and I guess it's kind of sadistically humorous, the one thing that Judge Adams, the father, said in that what was a 6-minute beating video, the one thing that kind of just made me stop and kind of like smile was when he said to her daughter, and she's on the ground crying in a ball of pain and suffering, he gets right up in her face and says, "You do not deserve to be in this household." I agree, Judge. I agree with you. That is the one thing that you've said in that entire 6-minute beating video that I absolutely agree with. Hillary does not deserve to be in a household with 2 asshole parents like you. She deserves to be somewhere else, anywhere else. Hell, I'd rather be on the street at 16 years old than stay in a household like that, Judge. You're absolutely right. The father's talking down to her like, it's a treat that you're in this household, honey. Father of the Year! What a piece of shit. God damn, it's moments like this that I just really hate humanity. What a disgrace we are. Just our whole race, just knowing that stuff like this happens all the time, and then when you physically see something like this beyond just hearing about it, it just really strikes home, and it just sickens you. So, anyway, thank you for making that video, Undertaker Freak, because that kind of just, sparked my interest in this, and I, like him, are going to leave a bunch of links in the video description of if you're in an abusive situation like this, you deserve to tell people about it and be able to get help about it. Because no one deserves to be in a climate like this poor little girl in Arkansas named Hillary was stuck in. And by God, if more people just start uploading videos of their parents beating the shit out of them and destroying them publicly, well, hey, I think that's better than going to the courts, in all honesty. Because like I said, once you get to the courts, it's a child's word versus an adult's word. And I think we all know in the justice system what usually wins out in that battle. Think about that the next time you just want to sit there and deal with your parents beating you time and time again. Have a great day, everyone. And my condolences go out to Hillary and anyone else that is trapped in a household of just complete vicious hate and anger. No matter how much a parent tells you they love you. They strike you repeatedly like that, they're full of shit. Have a great day, everyone.